We talked to Larry Johnson on Tuesday for about 10 minutes. He brought your name up 3 or 4 times. What have you done to get that kind of attention from the coach?
I'll say just coming in every day, just ready to work, going the hardest I can to make myself better, make my teammates better, make the online better, and just doing extra things on the side too, just getting extra work in. All I do, I gotta do that. Come and get extra work in on the side, watch film with coach. I think that's just what makes us even better.
How long does it take you to embrace the extra stuff?
This is definitely a process that you have to understand, you have to grow into. That makes you understand that needs to be done at this type of level, especially at Ohio State, a school like this. All the extra work needs to be done for you to have progress.
Because I'm sure when you first get here, it feels like everything you're doing is already plenty. It's almost too much for you. So, like, to get to that point to be doing extra stuff, like, how does that make you feel now?
It just makes me feel great to see that it's starting to pay off a little bit. You know, it's still a lot of more work that needs to be done, but just seeing that, you know, all the extra work comes into place and it helps me, it just makes me understand I need to do even more of it to get to where I want to be.
Coach Johnson essentially taught you a prototypical three-technique tackle in this defense. What about your skill set makes you such a natural fit for that position?
I'll say, of course, my size comes into factor. My length, you know, it's kind of unreal to see I got my size at 3-tech, especially my arm length. You know, there's so many tools that you can do to, you know, just be the best person on the field.
What about having a long, that long wingspan? You're about 6'5", right? So what about that is so advantageous to a defensive side?
You know, it's just coming off the ball, you know, just being able to create space, make that penetration, and just being able to build off of that. You know, so many different moves, different skills that you can do, and it's just kind of unreal, and it's not just like a talent type of thing, it's just a God-given kind of gift.
This Saturday you have the Student Appreciation Day. Is it fun being in front of the students? Is it weird having the guy next to you in biology class want an autograph? Also, what's that like when you're kind of working out in front of your fellow students?
I think it's a great event that we're having. You know, we love our students. You know, just like on game days, you know, they come to watch us in the shoe. You know, it's just a special feeling. So it's good to kind of get that feeling again, like how it was during the season and how it will be for the spring game. You know, we're just happy that they're able to come and watch us.
And also you have the spring game coming up this year. It's on Fox. Does that say anything about the brand of Ohio State or the growth of college football that we're starting to put glorified practices on network television would have been unheard of 20 years ago?
Yeah, I say definitely go on national television for a spring game. You know, I've never heard of that before. You know, that's a new thing. That definitely shows the brand that we have here. You know, it's different than a lot of different schools in the country. Like, way different. Like, it's kind of unreal to kind of see that. And it's definitely special for us to have the opportunity.
Jason, because of your length that you're talking about, your wingspan, did you think you might play on the edge here, or were you always
I'll say throughout my high school career, I kind of believed I was going to play edge, but, you know, through the process, you know, Coach Jay, he was probably the only coach that had to real with me and kind of told me that, you know, I might grow into being the typical 3-tech. And, you know, as the years went by, you know, things worked out, and he was right.
How much heavier are you now?
I believe I came in at around 280, 285, and I'm at 305 now. So it's definitely, to me, it don't feel like a difference. You know, it may look different, but to me, I feel like I'm moving way faster, quicker, more explosive than I ever was in my life.
What is your arm?
I have no idea.
You just know this.
I just know it's one of the longest on the team for sure.
Jason, when you go from your size in high school and just being able to kind of use your size to kind of dominate to learning how to use your size at the college level, how big of a transition is that?
It's a huge transition. I feel like it's not just size once you get here. And that's one thing I realized, and it took me a long time to kind of process, because we going against grown men out here, Donovan Jackson, Matt Jones, that shit. Like, that's way different than anybody in high school. And it's more than just size that you gotta do to kind of get past them. It's more technique, knowing the play, knowing who's around, what everybody's doing. So I think it's way more than just size. It's kind of a mental game as well.
Was there like a moment for you, like, hey, I'm here and I've got to learn to use this size? Was there a moment last year in practice? Was it against Donovan or Carson or one of those guys on the inside? Like, was there a moment you could point to, like, okay, that's when I learned?
I'll say probably like halfway through the season. You know, just getting all those reps in practice with the scout team. You know, I'm going against the starters every play, and you know that just kind of opened my eyes. Like, this is the real deal. This is kind of what everybody goes through in a real game, and I really have to make that adjustment if I want to be where I want to be.
How much did that help you though to go on the scout team? Because right now, Coach Jay said that you're the ideal 3-tech. You know, you're gaining some buzz here from other guys around the program in the spring. Like, how much do you think you can point to the scout team and say, yeah, that helped me prepare for possibly a breakout year in 2024?
Oh, that helped me a lot. I feel like without being on the scout team, I wouldn't be where I am right now. You know, all the learning I went through, all the physical things I went through with the starters, going against them every day, trying to get them ready for the game. It helped me, you know, kind of get ready for myself, you know, for whenever my time is to come in and make that jump, I'll be ready.
So we're talking to you and Caden and Hero today. Like, how important is it for you three young guys to step up on the interior this year?
Well, it's definitely important. You know, we have our top 4 guys. You know, they kind of came in, solidified what they can do. Obviously, they could have went to the draft this past year, but they wanted to come back, you know, and do what they had to do. You know, and our goal is to beat the team up north, win the championship. And, you know, we can't do it just with them. You know, we need guys to come in, kind of get them subs when they need it so they can be the best when they're on the field. And for us to be able to come in and help the team, you know, that's very needed for what our goal is.
What was your reaction when Tyleek said he was coming back?
I was happy. You know, I was so excited to see he came back. You know, that's my guy. I love Tyleek. Being able to take another year just to learn from him, you know, that's, for me, that's kind of the best thing ever.
So I think a lot of people see it as everybody on the team wants the older guy to leave, you know, but why is that wrong? Why is that outlook wrong?
So I say we want to win. You know, I feel like that's what everybody here as well. You know, we're not really worried about anything else other than winning. And if guys will come back and help us win, you know, that's all we care about. That's all we want.
Jason, I think it was Coach Day that said that you guys are going to have to play 25 to 30 snaps a game to help Tyleek and Ty make it 16, 17 games. When you know that there's 25 to 30 snaps a game kind of up for grabs, what does that do for you? Obviously, like he just said, like, you've got those guys at the top. They're probably going to play their 40, 50 snaps a game. But like, when you know that there's a pretty good chunk of playing time available to you, what does that do for you?
You know, I mean, besides just looking at whatever snaps is available, you know, we just want to do whatever it takes to help us win. And in this case, you know, taking those kind of snaps, if that's what we need to do to help the team win, we're going to do that and do it the best way we can.
Thank you, Jason.